All right, guys. So I'm going to walk through on how to do the first one for the string2. The string2 ones are not bad, but almost all cases require the use of at least one loop. So we're still using all the same type of code that we used for string1. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the double character, the doubleChar. Okay, so let's look at it. We're going to read it. So given a string, return a string where for every char in the original there are two chars, or for every character there are two characters. Okay, so if we called that method right here, where we're passing in the string the, T, H, and E, that's all doubled. So two T's, two H's, two E's. For the AA and BB, I see 4 A's instead of 2 because each one is doubled, and then 4 B's because each B is doubled. That's the same for high there. So there's a pattern here, and that's what we need to capture. So I am going to want to loop through every single character in the string. So I am going to have to use a loop, but I need to build a string that I'm going to have to return. So let's kind of start with that. So I know that I'm going to have a string, and let's say I call it answer. And when we start out, there's nothing in it, so I'm writing an empty set of quotes, no space, no nothing. Okay. After I'm done going through every single letter of the input string, I want to ultimately to just double everything. Okay, so let's write a for loop because we know that we're going through every single character. So for, I gotta say where I'm starting at. So int I equals 0. And I want to go all the way up to, I want to hit every single one, but since I don't know how long it is, then I need to stop at basically one less than the length. So if I do I is less than string.length, okay, so that would hit me, and then I'm going to increase every time that I finish the loop and start again, I need to increase by 1. Okay, so let's build this. Then so when I'm at I is 0, that's really this one right here. That's what I need to pull, and that's why I'm using that counter. So when I'm at 0, this would be at position 1, position 2, but I don't know the full length, so I just need to go to the length. So the length is 3. That's why it's going to stop at 2 and not go any bigger. All right, so answer, I'm going to add to whatever answer is, which right now it's blank. I need to add that first letter. So I'm going to say string.char at, because I need to get that one character at that position, which is at position. Now, if I do 0, that means it is always going to be there. I need to use that incrementer, that I. So that would add it. That adds it once. So if I'm running through this, this would pull T. I'm adding T to answer, so now answer is just T, but I needed actually to do it twice. So I'm just going to copy this and do it twice. Okay, and then we finish the loop. I would go to 1 because I increment up. So I is at 1. The string at position 1, which is H, H, and H. Work up. 2. So that would be E and E. Okay, so this should work. So then after I finish all of that loop, that answer string should have been built doubling every character. So let's just go ahead and return that string. Now I can start looking at what was expected. and what I ran. Okay, so that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That's the first examples that they had. Now let's see, going down. Word. Okay. Exclamation marks is still capturing that. Empty. It's still capturing the empty. Period, period. Okay. So that passed all tests, so that's good to go. So that's how I would approach the logic for trying to do the double character in the string 2. Remember, you are going to have to be using loops. On almost all of them, you're probably going to be using a for loop, not a for each loop. Okay? Good luck. Have fun.